What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero, Network of the Ice Barrier, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be doing a deck profile. And the deck profile that I'm going to be doing in this video is going to be my updated version of my Blue Eyes deck profile for the post Structure deck Blue Eyes White Destiny SDWD, and of course for the post Duelist Advanced DUAD. So we're going to be doing an updated version of Blue Eyes. And of course there is one card from Duelist Advanced that we play in this deck, which we'll get to once we reveal the deck profile. And also another thing I want to say, this is the deck that I actually played in the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament a month ago, back in September. And I gotta say, this deck did pretty well in the tournament. I was 2-2, you know, 2 wins and 2 losses. Of course, this is a pure version because I don't play the Prima cards, because those cards, I don't have them because they're expensive and they're hard to get. But even if you don't have the Prima cards, a pure version of Blue Eyes, especially when you play a pure version in a tournament, is actually pretty good because there was some combos and stuff that you can do in this deck. So it's very good. So I'm gonna show you guys the main deck, the extra deck, and the side deck, as well as the card choices and ratio as I do. Also, the timestamps are in the description below, so let's not waste any time. So without further ado, let's get this Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile started. So here we go. I'm going to show off the main deck first. So, and to start off the main deck, we're going to show off with the monsters. So for the monsters, I'm going to show you the Blue Eyes monsters that I play. I do play 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, 1 copy of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and the 1 copy of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. So these are the Blue Eyes cards that we play. Now, Blue Eyes at 3, I'm going to be honest, I am not really a fan of playing 2 Blue Eyes. I feel like 3 is better in my opinion. Is Blue Eyes at 3 bricky? No, not really. I don't think this card is bricky at 3. I'm not really a fan of playing 2 because I feel like that's not good enough in my opinion. I just prefer the 3, honestly, because 3 is better in my opinion. So, yup. And then, of course, we do play the 1 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Not a lot of Blue Eyes players don't play this card. You don't have to play if you don't want to. But the reason why I play Alternative White Dragon is because we do play the Fusion Monster, Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. That's the reason why this card is there. And also has an effect where you can just, you know, target one monster opponent and destroy it. So it's pretty good. And then we got Jet. Jet is, some people, Blue Eyes players don't play this card. They cut this out. I still play the Jet because you still really do need to play it. And if you do play, you only need 1. Jet is pretty good because it's a pretty good protection because it protects your other cards from being destroyed by opponent's card effects. And also, you can special summon this card from the graveyard or the hand if a card in the field is destroyed by battle by card effects and stuff. And also it has a compulsory effect where you can just, if there's battles, you can bounce 1 card your opponent controls in the hand. So it's pretty good. So these are the 5 Blue Eyes monsters that we do play. So it's a pretty good ratio there. Next, I'm going to show you the Tuna monsters. So for the first Tuna monsters that I play, this is from the Structure deck of Blue Eyes White Destiny. I play 3 copies of Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Some Blue Eyes players don't play this card. I play this card because it's actually pretty good. It's actually a very good Tuna monster. What he does is, if you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon this card for your hand. And also, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could send 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon or a monster that mentioned Blue Eyes White Dragon and send it to the deck to the graveyard. So it's like a Foolish Burial. It's pretty good, like if you use this card to link summon for a Spirit Eyes of Blue, and then you know, get the effects off and stuff. So it's pretty good. So 3 copies of Neo Kaiser Seahorse is very good. Now for the other tuners I'm going to show you, these are the level 1 light tuner monsters that we play. First I'm going to show you is 3 copies of Sage of Eyes of Blue. I used to play this card 2 in the past, but honestly I think 3 is better. This is a card you always got to play at 3. Sage of Eyes of Blue, you know, when this card is normal summon, you can add 1 level 1 light attribute tuner monster from your deck to your hand. And also has another effect where you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to target an effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and special summon the Blue Eyes monster from the deck. So it's pretty good, especially you could search any light tuner monsters you want. You can even search Effect Veil or Main White, even the stones and stuff like that. And it's very good. And next, another level 1 light tuner I play. This is from the Structure deck as well. I play 3 copies of Maiden in White. This card, she is amazing. Maiden in White is amazing. She has an effect where you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to place 1 True Light from your hand, deck, or graveyard into the face-up spells and trap zones. And then also has an effect where if you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this card's in the graveyard, you special summon this card from the graveyard. So it's pretty good, you know, get your True Light out as well as going to Synchro plays and stuff. So this card is always good at 3. Next, I do play these cards. You don't have to play these cards if you don't want to, but I do play the 1 copy of White Stone of Legends. and the 1 copy of Whitestones and Ancients. Legends, you know, when it's sent to the graveyard, you add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. Ancients, you know, if it's sent to the graveyard, then during the end phase, you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So it's pretty good. You don't have to play this if you don't want to, but I do play these cards because they're very handy and they do come up at times. Alright, and the card that I play, this is from the Duelist Advance, and the reason why I play 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons is because of this card right here. I play 1 copy of Kaibaman the Legend. This card is very, very good. I love Kaibaman the Legend. So, Kaibaman the Legend, level 1 Light Attribute Tuner, is a warrior monster as well, tuner. And it has the effect where if this card is normal special summon, you could show 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons to your opponent from the hand, deck, field, and slash or graveyard, and then you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from the hand, deck, or graveyard. And then if this card's in the graveyard, if you special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you could banish this card for the graveyard to add 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck to your hand, and of course you affect each once per turn. So even though this card is a warrior monster and you cannot use this card for link play because it's not a dragon or spellcaster, but despite that, it's still very good because it's good to like get your Blue Eyes White Dragon out easily, and then you can go for your synchro plays, especially going for Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And of course, you only need 1 Kaibaman the Legend. Okay, next monster I play 1 copy of Bisto Magnuma. Magnuma is pretty good because, you know, especially when you can special summon this card for hand by banishing a light or dark monster from either player's graveyard. And of course, your opponent has to control a monster, your owner to special summon this card and use that effect. And also, like, of course, if you do special summon this card that way, during the end phase, you can add 1 dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it's very, very good. So it's pretty good for the search for any dragon monsters. So next, I'm going to show you the hand traps, also known as the non-engine in this deck. So for the hand traps, I do play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Nibiru the Primal Being, and 2 copies of Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion. So these are the hand traps that we do play. Effect Veiler is a level 1 tuner card, which you could search using the effects of your Sage of Eyes of Blue. So it's pretty good. These are very good hand traps for the negations and stuff. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Now we're going to move on to the spells. For the spell cards, I do play 3 copies of Wishes for Eyes of Blue. This card is very good at 3. You know, you discard 1 card from your hand, and you can search for a level 1 light tuner, as well as a spell and track card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name. And it also has an effect where you could banish this card from the graveyard, and then target 1 Blue Eyes monster, Blue Eyes White Dragon monster you control, and then you can take a Blue Eyes fusion monster and equip it to Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Blue Eyes White Dragon gain 400 attack points. It's pretty good, and of course the fusion monster you're always going to equip with Blue Eyes is of course your Neos, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, so it's pretty good. And this card is always good at 3. Next, I play 1 copy of Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragon. You only need 1. 1 is all you need. So this card has an effect where you can special summon in defense position 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment. And if you control no Blue Eyes White Dragon, then you can special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon instead. So it's pretty good. You only need 1, and you can search this card with Wishes and True Light and stuff like that. Next, I do play 1 copy of Ultimate Fusion. Only 1. You only need 1 in this deck. The reason why we play this card is because we can fusion summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So that's the reason why we play Ultimate Fusion. And other spell cards I play next is, of course, the 2 copies of Bingo Machine Go. Bingo Machine Go is very good in this deck. I like this card, especially like you know, searching for like a Blue Eyes and any spell tracker that mentioned Blue Eyes. This card really helped out a lot in this deck. And next, I do play the 1 copy of the field spell, and that's Mausoleum White. You only need 1. Mausoleum Light, you know, gives you like an extra normal summoning of a level 1 light tuner during your main phase. Also, you could target 1 monster you control, and then you can send 1 normal monster from your deck to the graveyard. That monster that you target gains 100 attack points for each of that normal monster's level. And of course, the normal monster you're always going to send from the deck to the graveyard is, of course, your Blue Eyes White Dragon. Once you target your Spirit Eyes of Blue, and then, you know, use Spirit Eyes of Blue to special summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard. So it's pretty good. So 1 copy of the field spell Mausoleum White. And the other spell cards I do play, I play 1 copy of the Return of the Dragon Lords. Oops, sorry, I just dropped the car. Okay, there we go. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Harvey's Feather Duster, and the 1 copy of Call by the Grave to round up the spells. The Return of the Dragon Lords is basically like a Monster Reborn, but it only special summon a level 7 or level 8 dragon monster. And it also has effect where if your dragon monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead to protect it. Monster Born, obviously, special monster in the graveyard is fun. Harvey's Feather doesn't just get rid of your opponent's back row, and Call by the Grave just to get rid of, you know, your hand trap from your opponent. That's it for the spells. Now for the track cards, I do play 1 copy of Majesty of the White Dragons, 1 copy of True Light, and 1 copy of the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. So Majesty of the White Dragon is very, very good. You know, you can show up the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons from your hand, face up, monster zone, and slice or graveyard, and then target the same number of cards your opponent control and destroy them. So if you have like 3 of them, you can basically destroy 3 cards your opponent control. True Light is very good. You know, like, you know, your Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot be targeted by an opponent card effect. You can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the hand or graveyard, or you can set directly from your deck a spell and trap card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's pretty good. And Ultimate Creature of Destruction, you don't have to play this card if you don't want to, but the reason why I play it is because it's a pretty good protection, because it protects your Blue Eyes monster you control by making it unaffected by other card effects except for its own. So it's very, very good. So 1 copy of each of these is fine. And the last track card I do play to round off the main deck, 3 copies of Infinite Permanence, because Infinite Permanence is a very good negation. Very good hand trap as well. That's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, let's start off with the Synchros. So for the Synchros, I do play 3 copies of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, 1 copy of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, and the 1 copy of Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. So the reason why I play 3 spirits and not 2 is because we do play the Crimson Dragon engine. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon is amazing. It does negate an opponent's effect activate from the graveyard once per turn, and also you contribute summon this card, you know, to special summon from your extra deck a light attribute Synchro Dragon monster. So it's very, very good. And of course, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, this card is very good as well. It's also a negation. It has an effect where if your opponent activate a card effect on the field, you can negate that effect, and then Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon gains 1,000 attack points. So it's very, very good. Then you have Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Well, technically not a Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name, but it is a Synchro monster for Blue Eyes. Because this one, you know, if it's special summon, you can protect your Dragon monsters from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. So until the end phase of the next turn. So it's very, very good. And of course, you can special summon these 2 cards using the effect of your Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. So it's very, very good. Okay, so now the other Synchro monsters. Now these are the ones that we do special summon using the effects of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. First, I do play 1 copy of Lightstorm Dragon. Lightstorm Dragon is very good. You know, when special summon, you know, if this card is special summon, you could target to the number of spell and trap cards your opponent control and destroy it equal to the amount of normal monsters you have in your graveyard. If you have at least 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your graveyard, you can destroy like 3 of your opponent's background stuff. So Lightstorm Dragon is a very good light attribute level 8 synchro monster. It's very, very good just to get rid of your opponent's spells and traps. And speaking of the Crimson Dragon engine, I do play 1 copy of the Crimson Dragon, 1 copy of Cosmic Blazar Dragon, and the 1 copy of the starter Cypher Divining Dragon. So this is the Crimson Dragon engine that we play, and oh my god, I went to this engine many times, and it is amazing. So Crimson Dragon, you know what you do is if you have 2 spirits, Blue Eye Spirit Dragons, you activate both effects, tribute, summon out your Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, and then summon out your Crimson Dragon. And then you activate Crimson Dragon's effect to target Ultimate Spirit, and then you return Crimson Extra Deck, and then Synchro Summoning for a level 12. So yes, the special summoning is treated as a Synchro Summoning, and then the level 12s, of course, you can summon out either your starter Cypher Divine Dragon or your Cosmic Blazar Dragon. But you mostly want to summon out Divine Dragon first, because it has an effect where the first time if a card on you control will be destroyed, it is not destroyed. Because remember, Blue Eye Spirit Dragon has an effect where if you do special summon a Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck, during the end phase, it's going to be destroyed. But if you have this card out and you have Blue Eye Ultimate Spirit Dragon, then starter's Cypher will protect your Ultimate Spirit from being destroyed during the end phase by the effect of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, which is very, very good. And also, Seifer is also a negation as well, and Cosmic Blazar Dragon is also a negation as well. Whether it's negate the attack and end the battle phase, whether it's negate a card effect that activated by the opponent, or negate an opponent's summoning, and then you banish this card and then it comes back during the end phase. Starter Seifer also negates an opponent's monster when it's activated, and then you can destroy one card in the field. So the Crimson Dragon engine is very, very good. I love playing this engine a lot, and that's the reason why I play 3 Blue Eye Spirit, because we do play the Crimson Dragon engine. That's it for the Synchros. Now for the links, I do play 2 copies of Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This little guy is very good. So what he does is that you can only special summon dragons while this card is on the field. And it also has an effect where you can search for Mausolea White, and you can add it to your hand, which you're always going to do. And then you contribute this card to special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. So this card is very, very good. So you can easily get your Blue Eyes White Dragon out, especially searching for the field spell Mausolea White and all that stuff. So it's very, very good. And the other Link monster I do play 1 copy of Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spears. This card is very good. This is a very good Link monster. I like this card. Once per during your opponent's turn, you contribute 1 monster, and then if this card is in the extra monster zone, you tribute 1 monster, and then from your hand or field, you could return 1 face-up card on the field to the hand. And then if this card is tribute, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your deck, but the dragon monster's attack and defense becomes 0. So it's pretty good. It's a card that balances your card face-up on the field, and also special summon out a dragon monster from the hand or deck. So it's very, very good. That's it for the links. Now for the fusions that I play 1 copy of Blue Eyes Trident Dragon, 1 copy of Neo's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and the 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So Trident Dragon is pretty good. You can either fusion summon, or you could tribute 1 Blue Eyes monster, Blue Eyes White Dragon, that is equipped to a fusion monster, and then special summon from the extra deck. And of course, you can actually equip Neo's Blue Eyes with the Blue Eyes White Dragon using the effect of Wishes. And of course, Trident is unaffected by trap cards or affected by trap cards, and then it can attack all monsters your opponent control each. And then it has an effect where once per turn during the at the end of the damage step, if this card battle, you target a trap card in your graveyard and set it to your spell and trap zone. So it's pretty good. And then Neo's Blue Eyes Ultimate. This card we usually use it for Wishes effect as well as for a negation, because it has a negation effect where if a Blue Eyes monster you control, if it's targeted by an opponent's effect, you can actually banish Neo's from your graveyard to negate that effect and destroy it. So it's pretty good. And then Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons, because we do play Alternate White Dragon, this card is amazing. You can actually easily fusion summon this card using the effect of Ultimate Fusion, and you can easily summon out this card because you have so many ways to get 3 of your Blue Eyes from whether it's from the hand or the field or the graveyard and stuff, and then activate Ultimate Fusion to recycle and then get the summon out this bad boy. So alternate cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and also has effect where once per turn you can target 1 card you put in control and destroy it. And if you fusion summon this card using Alternate White Dragon, that's one of the materials, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls and destroy it. And of course, this card cannot attack if you activate this effect. So it's very, very good. So these cards are pretty good. You don't have to play this card if you don't want to. You can play like the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon or something else. So it's all up to personal preference. So that's it for the extra deck. Now we're going to move on to the side deck. So for the side deck, I do play the 1 copy of Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, 2 copies of Chaos Form, and the 1 copy of Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So these are the other Blue Eyes that we do play in this deck. Of course, the Chaos Max and Chaos have the same effects where they cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Of course they both do piercing damage to the opponent's monster defense points, while Chaos just delivering piercing damage. Chaos Max inflict double damage, so it's very, very good. And of course Chaos Form, you're going to use this card for ritual summoning. Blue Eyes Abyss is also pretty good as well. We play this card just to search for the Chaos Form when it's special summon, but in order to use that effect, you got to make sure you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the field or the graveyard if you want to activate Abyss's effect. So do keep in mind of that. So these cards are in the side deck just in case if you ever need them, and they're very good to use. Okay, the next cards that I do play in this deck. I play 2 copies of Ghost Monitor, Moonlight Chill. These are other hand traps just in case if I ever need them. It could be any other hand trap you want. It's all up to personal preference. And the other cards I do play, I play 1 copy of Skill Drain and 1 copy of Rivalry of Warlords. These cards are pretty good floodgates. These cards do come up at times since you know you almost every monster you play are dragons because of Rivalry of Warlords. Skill Drain's pretty good because negating monsters on the field does help at times, so it's very, very good. Next, I do play 3 copies of Stormy Mirror Force. This card is very good. I love Stormy Mirror Force. Like, bouncing all your opponent's monsters to the hand and stuff like that is amazing. It comes up many times, so it's a very good card. And the last card is to round out the side deck is, of course, this card right here. And this is very good for Blue Eyes. I play 3 copies of Dragon's Minds. This card is amazing. Now, this card did came out in the Alliance Insight pack. And if you want to know what Dragon Mind does, it has an effect where when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, while you control a monster that has 2,500 attack or 2,500 defense, you can negate the evacuation and destroy it. If this card is in your graveyard, you could pay 2,500 life points, and then you could set this card into your spells and traps on face down. And of course, you only use this effect once per turn. Dragon's Mind is amazing since most of our monsters have 2,500 attack or defense, and Dragon's Mind is a very good side card. I went to this card many times, and oh my god, it really helped out a lot. This is a very good counter trap card to play. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy me doing my updated version of my Blue Eyes deck profile. I love the new support ever since they came out from the Struucture deck and also from the Duelist Advanced set as well. Blue Eyes is amazing and it did very well, so I love this deck, even if you play like a pure version or the one with the primates and stuff. But that's going to be it for this video, so don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe, and post your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about my updated version of my Blue Eyes deck profile, and that's going to be it for this video. This is Domingo Hero Network of the Ice Barrier. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye one, and Domingo Hero Network of the Ice Barrier is signing out. Peace.